All right, I think we got a good frame here. All right, what's going on, y'all? Who we got here? We got 25 people and 25 thumbs up. Thanks, y'all true fans. So before I get into my hellos with y'all, we got to do an update on what's going on. Yeah, apparently I phrased it funny. Sorry about that. This is not my court case per se. This is the one we were following as press when we got arrested for standing in the public foyer. It's the one involving the president of the county bar's daughter that's been divorced, that's been drug out for like 4.5 years, and blah, blah, blah. It's a divorce case. Of course, there's going to be drama, but the way that they've weaponized the courts to do it is just so meticulous and so well documented that the public needs to know how manipulated the courts can really get. And this is just perfectly demonstrated. This was the case where we had the Honorable Judge Kuhn, Judge Kuhn-Obi, y'all know, y'all fans, where he was made the court docket here before he's even assigned. Right down here, he's assigned 24th. Da da da. This is like somehow he made the docket to make a ruling for special relief before that happened, and he's since been, this is the case we are also covering later where they made us jump through hoops to testify. We came in to jump through all these hoops down here at the municipal building. Sorry, we're outside the sideshow. Y'all can see that. That's the sideshow. It's not the big top courthouse. We're not allowed in there unless, you know, we're facing worse charges than the guy that tried to kill us and stabbed us. But anyway, what I was getting at was Judge Kuhn refused us to allow to testify even though we were subpoenaed, and he wrote a 41-page recusal, or a 41-page reason why he should still be judge. And then like a matter of business days later, he had his recusal put in. He was actually going to get disqualified, and he didn't want that to happen. So anyway, he presided over 4.5 years worth of cases in this, and allowing, in addendum to that, allowing the president of the county bar to sue him individually, sue them both parties to double the price of his divorce. Well, what was I getting at? So this is the trial why we were trying to cover it, because it was illegally stayed in this county 4.5 years, and you know, a bunch of stuff's happened about it. But if we see here, again, where I tried to follow COVID rules and let them know that I was going to come in, you got to let them advance know, so that they can maintain social distancing. And like the day that I asked, which is December 9th, I'm asking for this court date, court administrator hits me back and he's like, I'll see. And I'm like, well, per policy, if I can fit, I can go. Well, that garners President Judge George's special order for COVID relief. This guy right here, it's famous for gay panic murder defense. That's how twisted this guy really is. 9th day of December, same day, he limits the court proceedings to parties involved. So right, so that's, they were just blatantly trying to keep us out of that. And oh, did I miss one? Yep, no, we're good. So that's why we've been trying to follow this case, and this is why they've had such backlash on trying to keep us out of this. I mean, you saw that. That's just one order. After I got arrested and exposed to prothonotary or somebody falsifying documents in the prothonotary, he made another special one-page COVID order specifically just restricting access to the prothonotary. So it's like kind of weird there. If you think I don't have my foil hat, sorry guys, I can't make one to wear on top of my already ridiculous hair attire. What's going on today in this case is because Judge Kuhn recused himself like months ago now, and they finally got a judge from across the state who seems to be fair and impartial. He's like listening to everyone's. I've attended these trials before, and that's why they keep me out. Like defense counsel wasn't even allowed, or husband's counsel wasn't even allowed to speak for 45 minutes. It was so scripted on what they were going to do, under threat of, you interrupt me again, I'm going to hold you in contempt of court and throw you out. That was Judge Kuhn-Obi, using his Jedi mind trick. So anyway, what I was getting at was what's going on today is there's a couple hearings. There's 3 cases going on in that divorce. Like I said, the president of bar was allowed to sue both parties in addendum to that. And today is a hearing on the divorce and the special relief. Special relief is for the sale of the house, the property. And that's based off of previously recused Judge Kuhn's orders to force the sale of this house. So, like, well, where's there any legal binding showing this? Why are they trying to do this? And we're here, it's almost 10 o'clock, hearing set for 10. The sale of this dude's house where he lives, and he's got no place else to go, because it was the marital home, he hadn't been taking care of it, is forced on the market to be sold at 2 p.m. So 4 hours from now, he might be homeless. Like, that's how crazy this thing is. And it's a special relief hearing for enforcing previously recused Judge Kuhn-Obi's hearing. So this is like a last-ditch effort by the cronies to try to get this guy's house out from under, well, the house out. And it's like, you know, it's obviously marital home, so they division of assets. But the reason they're trying to do it is because he'll have no place to go. They sell this. He's got, by the contract, he's got to be out by Monday. Yeah, that's crazy, right? It was supposed to close on Monday, but because that's Memorial Day, they bumped it up to Friday. Which, how do you get that to happen through the courts unless, you know, maybe you're president of the bar? So, this is what's going on. And, like, this guy's literally 4 hours away from not knowing if he doesn't have any home. And the reason they're doing this, it's tactical. You know, this sounds on paper like, oh, well, they got to sell the home to divide the assets. Well, they're holding the sale of that home in an escrow account until the entire divorce is done, which has already gone on for 4.5 years, which had 4 years of hearings thrown out or recused, and everyone's touched it is recused. But what they're doing is they're forcing the sale of that house. That money is going to go into escrow, you know, to be divided up at the end of the divorce. So husband has no money to go lay down on another property. Literally, he's going to have to move out and have no money for it, on top of everything that's happened that's ridiculous if y'all been following on top of that. So that's what this tactical move is. And if he has to go put money down on a new property, I don't know if y'all, I don't know his financial status, but he's been eating beans and bear turds out of the back of his farm truck. So like, maybe that's a strategy so that he won't be able to afford lawyers to keep on fighting this. But that's the reality of the situation. So he's 4 hours away from not even knowing if he's gonna be homeless. And it's a farm. Y'all know about that, which is what I'm getting to. So if y'all been watching my videos in the split and all that ugliness in a divorce, you know, it's always the kids that suffer. And these were the dogs that got abandoned. This is Abby. She lives on that property that's about to get abandoned. Husband actually took these dogs in. They weren't his. That's Abby. That's Bullet the dog. This is my little man. That's his girlfriend. You see them holding the hands there. I make that up. I can't make that up. They do stuff like that. And then this dog not only will have been abandoned, but it'll be homeless on top of that. Because husband was kind enough for years now to take care of him, you know. And then this is Billy. This is Billy right there. You see him tagging something appropriate. That's the president of the county bar's former truck, which they actually gave to husband as like an insult, because they don't, the guy who had the title before this in the family is not around anymore, so it's kind of stuck in limbo. And that's why the judges gave this is not his truck, this is not his name. Yeah, he owns that part of the farm now, but like, you know, this is Billy. This is the other dog that was abandoned that now has residence for now, as far as we know, in that on that farm that's going to be sold and forced out. So again, that's what it's the kids. It's always the kids that suffer in the divorce. So let me see. That's about all I really have to touch up on now that we've covered. I always try to front load with what we're doing on these live streams. So if y'all have some questions, I'm probably going to be able to answer them. Oh, and stick around for the after review, because we're gonna go live back and I'm gonna report to you on what happened, because this is actually some drama. And I mean, it's just textbook how the courts get weaponized against people when you're involving special parties, and it's really it's personified in this county. Like what I had the local attorney's, well, that's a different story. I had the local attorney's daughter, who's like distant relative of the governor, break in my house for 4 days and like plant drugs and call cops on me. Never get charged for anything, even though I videoed the whole thing. That video keeps getting pulled down. That it's incredible. And then you know, the local crony that stabbed me, that pled out to disorderly conduct and then had an illegal records wipe of ARD. It's illegal for violent offenders. That's up at the big house. They pulled that off at the big top, and that's the secondary. That's one of the follow-on charges they have on me for standing in that public building. So like the prosecutors are pursuing this so bad. Of course, remember they took my cell phone, let it walk out evidence into the president of the county bar's office. Into the president of the county bar's office. And they're upholding all these crazy charges on me, but yet they had Walmart video they had to lose. They had to break the law to give the guy ARD. They had to conspire to give him disorderly conduct, let him, and he's a previous violent firearms offender. It's like 6 ways from illegal. Then the victim's advocate had to allow him that, which is illegal, had to set all that up. Then I had to deny me restitution, which is mandated by the program. So this is what I'm saying, like preferential treatment, judicial, vicious prosecution. This is what happens when the cronies control the courts, and it's just wide out in the open. It's just wide out in the open. None of these stories are carried by our local paper. None of the, you know, our my state senator Doug Mastriano. He's a 30-year veteran. Blah 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 blah. Veterans rights. He was there when they kicked me out before I could like confront him at the Memorial Day celebration. He's the one who just straight up ran away like a little bitch when I went to ask him for help, you know. So I can't make this shit up. It's all wide out in the open, and you'd never hear about it. So if you don't think there's some suppression in the press, dude, yeah, why would they go this far? Why would they go this far? Why would they change policy? Why would they change COVID policy? And like when I got arrested, the sheriff in the background, like he wasn't wearing a mask. He arrested me, that ugly fuck. So it's absolutely bonkers. You'd never believe the depravity of these people that are in your courts. And like when they report on it, and when you see it's the honorable this and blah, 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 that's like they like laugh about that in their hat when you're not looking, like like evil people do. And at any one of these points, any one person could do one thing the right way one time, and it wouldn't be you know, a thing. It wouldn't have happened. But this is how they do that. It's they gatekeep. They only put their cronies in the positions of power, or there might be some good people, but they're complete batfuck cowards because, you know, they're good people, but they know to turn a blind eye because the system's so rigged. So that's the kind of shit that happens that'll get that the courts are weaponized against you. That's how you know, they had a triple attempted murder on an out-of-town veteran in Gettysburg, which is, you know, the birthplace of freedom and blah 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 and all that. But that's how they do it, and it's so blatant, and you'd never hear about it. I don't know what else I was gonna jaw jack about. I don't know. How do y'all like this shot? Huh? Got my little tiger here. We're just shooting the shit. So I guess I'm gonna take some questions now because we got a little bit of time before we gotta be in there, which is gonna make me screw up the shot because I'm too far away to read the scenes. What's going on? Anybody got any questions about what's going on? Everyone got me a thumbs up. Thank you, all my true fans. No questions? I ain't got none coming through. I figured a guy dressed up like Joe Exotic outside a courthouse would get some. Nobody? Wow. All right. Did you date the girl that planted the drugs in your home? Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, for like 2 months. So, like, what originally wrapped me up in all this shit was I drunk drove, like New Year's Day, 2018. Guilty of it. I've since quit drinking. I put that shit behind me. I'm way better off for it. So that was my first offense, DUI, and so I had met. Well, I didn't go to AA. I just quit drinking. But I met a girl that was just recently in AA, so like we could hit it off and date, and you know, she didn't drink neither, and she was a lot of fun. You know, we hiked every day. We both had dogs. The only problem was when you're recently quit drinking. like, AA, you're not supposed to date people for like a year because your hormones are all out of whack from coming back down from the stability of being drunk. So she was really unstable, and like, yeah, I kind of gave her a lot of time because she was active and cute and fun, and you know, like food and eating and fishing and hiking and shit. So I gave her a lot of leeway in that department until like 2 months. 2 months later, it was too far. She'd have meltdowns, and that was a 4-day meltdown. It's where she broke into my house on night 3. And she like broke past the stuff she was claiming to get, like her fishing pole and her sunglasses that she'd been over 3 times before and didn't get. She was purposely leaving it to have a reason to come back. So like when she broke into my house, kicked in my screen door, broke into my house, I had to pull out my phone to like record her. This is on recording. She had to walk past out it because she acts straight when you're fucking recording. She had to walk past her fishing pole and her sunglasses. Again, it's on video. I can't keep up. So like after that night she did that, that shit was batshit crazy. It was over. Like I had already broke up with her for 2 days before that, but she kept on trying to find reasons to come back. So like that is why I broke her shit. I'm like, dude, you ain't got nothing over here. Sent that in a picture, fucking blocked her on the phone, like, you ain't got no reason to be over here, da da da. That's when the next morning she shows up at my house and I record her like 3 times breaking into the house, and this is the weed, blah, 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 blah. And then like on camera, she's planting in the back before she calls the cops. Cops never report any of this shit that she's doing. Like she's trespassing the whole time. It's my driveway. It's not the road. This is on my driveway, my property the whole time. Even after the cops' last statement, like she said she left after I choked her and blah, blah, blah. I have her on video. It's part of the video. Sneaking around back into my house. My dog alerted someone was downstairs. So I run down there and she's running out the back door. She was trying to plant the fucking weed in the house. But dog alerted and I caught her out back. And so this is the whole time, again, she's not leaving. You can see her put it behind my wood pile. That's why that wasn't reported. And this is all after she says she left, and it doesn't make the police report. That's part of my racketeering case. If y'all check that out, I don't know. How I Sued the Government Part 3 will catch you up to speed on that real good. I've gotten a lot better at editing. Thank you. I've had to tell my story a lot better through video. Sorry guys, I was getting on that question and I missed a lot of stuff. What else y'all got for me? How's the RICO case going? It's funny you mentioned that, Bryce, man. Thanks. Literally, it was stalled since like last December when there's a movement on that because I submitted a whole bunch of fucked up illegal shit on the federal court's record for the racketeering case, and it froze. Like nothing happened. It was pretty cool. I was like, all right, man, I struck a nerve. Something different going on. But anyway, now that I'm like pro se and everybody knows that, the opposing lawyer filed a status conference. And I gotta stay on that out the deal because part of the people in that lawsuit's the Attorney General's office, who's representing the cop who didn't report twice. Yeah, they threw me in jail twice on this. I got out and then they recharged me and threw me back on jail, never remitting this evidence. When I didn't plead out either time, and then they threw me in like 10 days of solitary, and then on the state block where there's like real criminals and shit, you know, who are actually really good people. When I didn't plead out to whatever they were, then they just completely dropped the charges. And she's saying, oh, I have new evidence. Motherfucker, you had video the whole fucking time. This cop wouldn't, and just like they hid my stabbing, just the cop wouldn't put it in his report, and he lost the evidence and wouldn't remit the evidence, and the prosecutor just wouldn't prosecute for it and would completely ignore it. And you know, they charged me with a felony for getting stabbed because I fended the guy off with a plastic cigarette butt holder. Which is what they charged him for chasing me down and stabbing me with 2 knives after I disarmed him and ran away. Like, that's the only thing they couldn't lie about in that police report or lose a CCTV for, because like, it just wouldn't make sense if I carried him on my back while he had 2 knives so that he could attack me in the front of the store. That's like the only thing that was remitted that's true in that fucking report. Everything else is just like completely engineered. Oh yeah, so there's a status conference. So the Attorney General's office that is actually prosecuting my criminal case right now is also now representing a cop for that federal criminal racketeering case. So this is like, again, they're just so extreme prosecuting me, ignoring all the illegal shit that I've put on the record, because I submitted my assailant's sentence of ARD for stabbing me, which is illegal. Nobody do anything about that, to include the judge, the opposing lawyer, you name it. So So these are clearly retaliatory charges by the state attorney general's office, and it's just transparent. And you'd never hear about any of this stuff in the news, and that's why. What's up, Glock? What's up, brother? And that's why I need y'all's help. I need y'all's help in getting this out, because it's just completely suppressed. It's completely wrong. It's breaking the law 6 ways from Sunday. It's all documented. It's all right there, and it's a perfect case of how the state suppresses and retaliates, and it's just not in our interests to have a judicial system that acts like this. It's not just the police, you know, it takes all of them working in concert, the police, the judges, and the lawyers. It takes them all working in concert. And now, again, I just caught my lawyer backdooring me in this case. The attorney general tells him to waive my rights and sends it back. Yep, it's waived, which is against my wishes, which they didn't even ask me. Then they send me the form, like, hey, here's your waiver. Here's this, sign this, and they don't explain it to me. They don't tell me the legal ramifications. And these are people I paid money for. This is not like the a public defender, which you would think would do this stuff. No, this is like from a premier law firm in the state that was running against the attorney general that's going against me right now. So I figured these guys would help me out. But it's just like the whole system's rigged. They'll have you wave, they'll wave in front of your face, Republicans over here and Democrats over here and blah, blah, and get you bickering apart yourselves. But like, Pennsylvania is run by a bipartisan super PAC. Really tripartisan, because it's got the governor's old fixer in there. If you watch my Chomo investigation video, you'll see. You got to watch the whole thing. It explains it all. But that's what they have us so confused and arguing with ourselves, when in actuality we're all getting robbed. And that's like the classic magician's trick. Get you looking over here while they're fucking robbing you from over here, man. Bar grievances do work. That's not from what our network does. I don't know. Are you in Pennsylvania, man? Make beer legal and take your guns to drink. Yeah, no, I'm better off not drinking, man. Straight up, I enjoy myself better. I'm a better dad to my dog. I'm a better person. I'm more... It's just, I'm over it. That was like the culture I had in the military for forever. And it just, you know, just like anything, it just catches up with you. And you just, if you have the mind for it, you look back and you're like, I don't need it. Did they mail you anything? Mail fraud filing. Mail fraud. I don't. Oh, about the yeah, the mail fraud. No, man, I never hear back shit about that shit. Yeah, talk about Entwistle. Well, we've been doing that a lot, man. I'm reporting as press, so I don't want to seem like I don't want to seem like I'm biased or anything. Not that I have motivations that my baby boy will lose his girlfriend or his buddy. I don't need to do any talking about the name on that door. That dog right there is doing it. Hot potato, yay! What's up, Daddy? Yeah, you know. What's up, Delicious? Oh man, something medical. I don't know. Anyway, I think I gotta get heading on in here, man. We've jaw-jacked quite a bit. Stick around, y'all. Share the story. Share, you know, my favorite videos. It's the only way I'm gonna get out. I'm kicked off of all social media. And then stick around, because we're gonna live cast right here. I'm not ending the live stream right now. We're gonna walk in live, because they keep on telling us you can't film in there. Pennsylvania law is like, you know, you can film anywhere but in between the courtroom, in between the courtroom and the court conference rooms. So we're gonna have a little discussion about this. Security, if you're watching, be prepared, because like, this is what the law says. So we're gonna ask you guys to get to the bottom of this. Like, what do you mean we can't record in here? The law says, blah, blah. Pennsylvania even came out with the specific law for it. If you see, I've shown other security in my other videos, the actual cited law I carried around on this. But anyway, bar grievances work. You can do one every time they violated the law. Man, I got people on my network that's like filed like 70 of them freaking things, and nothing's ever happened on it. What are we gonna do? All right, let me put this in the truck real quick. I'm not ditching y'all. Get my tiger. This is my spirit animal. Remember, we're Joe Exotic. We're shooting for Tiger King 2, King of the Kangaroo Courts. Oh man, my truck's so hot. I can't reach that. All right. We're not going to broadcast what we're doing right now, so just stick with me real quick. I'm sure security's watching. But that's why we have our security. All right. Oh, it's gonna be hard to do the mask thing. Yeah, I know. I should have got a tiger mask, but this hearing came through like late this week. It was confirmed. So I've been up to a lot of other stuff. Make sure you're subscribed and hit all notifications, because that's where you're gonna get it. Any good videos that go on, they might not stay up. Just like when I caught the chick breaking in the house and planting drugs. And then the other thing is that you also, a lot of my live streams where I'm doing targeted audits, you can't project. I can't advertise what's going on. So, oh man, they're probably gonna make me button my shirt. So yeah, I can't, a lot of my live streams, especially the good ones where I'm doing like targeted audits and whatnot, they're not going to, I can't advertise that to y'all. So the only way you're gonna know if I'm on a good live targeted audit is if you're subscribed. Wait, that's too many buttons. So make sure you're subscribed and hit all notifications. A lot of people miss subscriptions and notifications and all that. All right, we good? Ow! Yeah, you guys see that? We're exotic. So yeah, and stick around. We're gonna talk to these guys about filming in here, you know, our friendly security officers. But stick around, because after we're done with this, we're gonna report on what happened in there. Because like theoretically, the sale of the house shouldn't go through. Those dogs shouldn't get abandoned or left homeless, because all those orders to sell that house were from Judge Kuhn, who's recused. So again, that's why we're covering this so close. We think we got a fair and impartial judge. He listened to everybody, which is, you know, completely different than anything else we've ever experienced in this court manner. So here we go. We got somebody. Look at us. What's up, man? We're filming Tiger King 2, King of the Kangaroo Courts, right here in Gettysburg, man. Hey, do you want to go in? I'll let you go. Don't want to get you wrapped up in this shit. Lincoln Square United. Hey, man, I got a card for you. You want a card? Check it out. I'm a civil activist. I caught these guys screwing all the courts. Yeah, they stabbed me. They only got away with it coming out of town veteran. Right here in this courthouse, they let the dude plead out the disorderly conduct. Yeah. Well, I got it all documented, man, and you'd never hear about it in the courts.
Can I take a picture for you?
Yeah, sure, bro. Hit it up. Thanks, brother. I got a bunch of funny shit online, man.
Hell yeah.
We're literally shooting for Tiger King 2 right here in Gettysburg, King of the Kangaroo Courts.
Awesome.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate the support. Later. Good luck in there, man. What do we got? Oh, we got new cards made up. They're great, dude. Here, I'll show you while we're waiting for him to go. Are you about to go in or should I go in, man?
I'm about to go in.
All right. Good luck, bro. Hold on. We got these new cards made up. I want to show you guys. Boom. So that's police, gun knife pulled and shopping cart. But it doesn't say anything about a stabbing, right? That's what Glenn Kessler is. And then here we got American veteran fighting terrorism since 2003. And he's still armed in public. And there's his disorderly I can't get it to focus on there. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and go on in. Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing? Hi, I was wondering, I understand that a lot of times I've come in here and I've been told that I'm not allowed to film.
Yeah, you can't record in here.
Right, but the law is I can't record in between the courtrooms and the court facilities. I know, but a sign is not law. Okay, so I can contact the court administration and the president judge, and they'll respond to me. Go ahead, buddy.
I'm asking him now to turn off the phone so we can take you back to your public hearing.
All right, so you guys heard that. We can talk to building security about why, or the court administration, about why they make up rules that are against the law in here. So appreciate it, y'all. Thanks, stick around. They're going to get us back in there. King of the Kangaroo Court. Got to get the word out. Appreciate it. Stick around. We're going to touch up on this. Thanks, y'all.